This is part 29 of Link's Awakening, and in this part we're going to be finishing up the Eagle's Tower. And right now, I know, it's so sad. Right now we've knocked down 3 of the 4 pillars, and we're working our way to the 4th one, and we just got done beating the first mini-boss of the dungeon as well.
Yeah, which is really a simple mini-boss, as we said in the last part. I mean, bam, 4 boomerang throws, and he's out of there, so...
And the boomerang makes everything so much easier.
Oh, it's so shocking in this game that they made the boomerang that good.
I know, compared to like every other game where it just stuns enemies, it's just so nice to have it. It's overkill.
Yeah, and here's the backtracking you're talking about, though. As you can see, it's backtracking all the way from the first floor again.
Yeah. Once again, we had to go all the way back to where we left this stupid boulder.
Hopefully you throw it better this time.
Yeah.
You did last time we threw about 3 or 4 times just to get past that orange wall right there.
Well, we say hopefully I throw it better, but of course I chuck it all the way to the wrong side.
Hey, it was rough from my point of view, though. I enjoyed it last part.
Now, this was another tricky part for me, though, was the first time I was trying to, I totally forgot to throw it across that gap, and I tried carrying it with me everywhere I go.
This is going to surprise you right here, but it took me forever to figure that out. It took me forever. I just never thought, because it's such a small gap right there, just never thought about throwing the ball right there.
Yeah.
And this last pillar, I mean, you never heard me say this either. It took me forever to figure out.
Now, I will say I almost ran through there without... flipping the 3 enemies to get them onto the same suit. And then I was like, oh crap, you have to have the hook, you have to have the treasure chest
to get the hook shot to go across.
To hook shot across. Now,
I hate those things, so I never want to do them, period.
I know. This was kind of irked me a little bit. I feel like this is the 3rd time we had to deal with these tiles.
Yeah.
It's at least the second.
In the same room, too, isn't it?
It's the exact same room.
See, she had to do it once, and then it should be it.
It should be set the rest of the way.
We're backtracking. Why do we want to do the same things in the same rooms again?
And especially something like this where all you really have to do is stand there with your shield up, and it does nothing to you. So, I don't know.
The only time I ever want to do the same thing in the same room is the Star-Lord boss fights.
My head was totally somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, Zelda related. Yes. Sorry. Star-Lord. Yes.
I just now got that joke because I was trying to think of something else in Zelda that you meant. No. I was like, oh wait, I know what you meant now.
Anyway, Star-Lord.
That was a good one.
But to get back on track, I almost ran through without making that treasure chest appear, and even though it's A-bomb, which is pointless.
Well, it serves a very good point though, getting across there. So
yeah, and it's cool to finally get this 4th pillar though.
Yeah, it's cool to watch the cinematic. I mean, the best they can do for Game Boy, but just a really cool cinematic and probably one of my more favorites in the whole game.
I agree, and it looks good on the Game Boy Color, compared to what it looks like on the original Game Boy. You get the blue sky back there, the greenish gray tower. It looks really good compared to what it looked like on...
I have no idea because I never played the original, but it kind of seems we got to drop down right there and kind of go all the way back through again. But at this time, I guess we only have 3 floors now, so...
Yeah, it's not so bad. Compared to, it could be worse.
Yeah.
And there may be another way to get there, but this is just, I thought, the easiest.
Well, it's a lot worse when you have 3 and 4 and you're trying to figure out how to get through those things and you can't do it. So they collapse on top of each other.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you can actually get to that 4th floor, and I think we may have mentioned this back in the first part of the dungeon. Yeah. You can get up there, you just can't go much of it.
Yeah, I spent some time trying to figure it out, though. Yeah. It's so frustrating when you get to the top right there and you don't have to block the right way.
At least they left you a switch right near the bottom of the steps, though.
We have to backtrack really far. Oh, that's the worst.
Then you forget where the stairs are to even take you.
Yes. That's never happened to us before.
No, never. And man, this is the only time the boomerang... I was like, will it go through his mask? Nope.
It won't. But it makes those enemies so much easier because you can stand farther away from them and actually hit them.
Yep, you don't have to worry about hook shotting their shield off.
When you have your sword, they seem to turn right at you.
Yeah. Now this mini boss kind of talks a little smack to you.
Yeah, he says punk, which I'm pretty sure has never been used in any Zelda game before then and after this.
And I also think he actually called us a runt, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
He's not very nice.
He's talking a lot of crap, but we'll deal with this guy.
Oh, we'll get him in a minute. That's
yeah. We beat him twice. How's that feel? You get beat twice. Now you feel like Ganondorf, probably.
It feels like that poor Master Stalfos from one of the earlier dungeons. We beat him 4 times.
Oh, we had him 4 times? Yeah, good point.
Yeah. But I thought it's cool to fight the mini-boss, and again, we fight him later as part of the main boss as well. It's just a nice concept.
The first time I played this game, I didn't realize that he was actually on top of that eagle.
Yeah.
I thought you were just battling the eagle. And that's all. Then this time watching, preparing today, I was like, oh wait, that's that same mini-boss that you just fought.
And that mini-boss fight, it looked really easy right there, but if you don't kill all, 6 or 7 of the birds,
I think it was 6, maybe.
Then they keep regenerating and coming after you. he'll like in different patterns, I believe.
Oh, he does, because I just played through this by myself a little while ago, and that happened to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get him all the first time, and it does switch his patterns. It's not hard to keep on swinging like crazy, but
like I did.
I mean, you can take some hits on that.
Yeah, and it can get frustrating too if you don't get all 6 of them at once. But
we have I don't even know how many hearts we got now. Was that 7, 11? Whoo, some quick addition there. I was a little worried.
Yeah. Plus, we're still rocking the tunic of defense, so we're all right on that.
Now that's a good throw right there, man.
That's as good as it'll ever
Those
get.
things are pure luck. Now you already had the medicine, don't you? So you really didn't have to get this right here. We just wanted to throw it in there just so you see it.
Just in case you don't have it. I mean, it's once you get the boomerang, and for us we chose the armor upgrade or the tunic upgrade for defense. It's really hard to get in a spot where you need health because the boomerang makes so many enemies turn into fairies. That is it's hard to run out of health.
When playing through this game on my own recently, I chose the red tunic.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing because the red tunic just kills them faster. Like it's an attack, it's offensive.
Oh yeah.
So you just kill them faster, which also leads to less hits. So
it does.
They really both work the same way.
Yep. Now I love, speaking of that mini boss again right there, I love coming outside to fight this boss.
Oh, I do too.
Like on the very top
of the
It's
the first time I've been outside. We always love outside boss fights, and this is the first time, pretty sure we fought a boss outside.
I also love that we're fighting another side-scrolling boss here. It's only the second one I think we fight.
It's kind of it's the anglerfish was the other one. Now this boss is actually just a tad bit harder than the anglerfish was.
Just a tad.
Yeah. Easiest boss in the history of Zelda right there.
He takes us a little more than the 30 seconds it took us to beat the anglerfish.
But no, I do love the whole tower, outside area, side scrolling. It took some different elements.
It does.
Put them all together in one. I really did like the boss fight.
Now I learned my lesson real quick on this one that once he winds up and starts trying to blow you off the side in a second, you have to use your shield to hold out.
I try to use my Pegasus boots for the longest time, like just trying to race against him, and no, it does not work at all.
And once you get knocked off, I'm pretty sure it resets the fight entirely, so you have to do all the damage to him again. It's just annoying.
Now, are you able to use your Pegasus boots and your shield? That's a question right there.
I don't know.
It'd be easier to stay on top, because there's a point later on here where you get very, very close to the end.
Yep.
If you're almost about ready to beat him, then obviously you don't want to fall off. So
yeah. No, I get really close to getting knocked off. You have to be almost at least in the center.
I bet you could use your Pegasus boots and the shield.
I don't know if you can use them at the same time. That's a good question.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
I really don't. Why would you ever run fast and use a shield? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe to run into things.
That's true.
But he just goes head first and gets concussions and everything, so...
Hey, it hasn't let us down through how many Zelda games that had Pegasus boots?
Well, we don't know what kind of problems he's going to have in the future, though, either.
Oh, it'll be a different generational link.
We'll be on a separate timeline by then.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
The concussed Link timeline.
Yeah. I do think it's cool, though, when the eagle flies by over our head, having to go back and use the hook shot to hurt him again. It's nice to get a throwback to an older weapon.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know you could use the hook shot the first time I played through this guy, so I never thought about it. I just wait until he got down low enough and just hit him with my sword.
And it's weird, though, I don't think you can actually use the boomerang. I think the hook shot is the only thing that'll work up there.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't try the boomerang either,
Which sucks. It'd be nice if one hit with the boomerang killed it.
Yeah, it probably would. I'm surprised that you can't use your boomerang, actually.
I didn't even try, but for some reason I think I remember seeing that you had to use the hook shot. But
like I said, I just tried to swing my sword up when he went by. I had no clue he could use a hook shot.
Now he definitely gives us a pretty ominous threat there. Once we kill him, he says, "You two are in the dream."
Yeah.
So it's just another thing saying that if you wake the windfish, it ends your life too. It's they are really laying that on thick.
And that boss fight, going back to it a little bit, was kind of reminded me of Argo Rock.
Oh yeah.
And Sitting in the Sky, kind of a very similar concept. Outside flying bird, which the other one's a dragon, and Sitting in the Sky. But.
And we thoroughly enjoyed both of those outdoors boss fights. They felt a little more epic in that outdoor setting.
They did. They really did.
But now that we've killed that boss and got the 7th instrument, this wraps up part 29.